In the glittering world of luxury fashion, Giorgio Armani stood as a titan. Known for his minimalist yet powerful designs, he dressed Hollywood stars, world leaders, and everyday people who longed for a touch of sophistication. Armani's empire, founded in 1975, grew into a multi-billion-dollar global powerhouse, spanning clothing, fragrance, home interiors, and even luxury hotels. At 91, his passing marks the end of an era. But while the world remembers Armani as a genius of style, the story of his brand is more complicated. Behind the runways, the glossy ads, and the perfectly tailored suits lies a trail of legal challenges that cast a shadow over his legacy. One of the most significant controversies came in August 2025, when Italy's antitrust regulator hit the Armani group with a fine of 3.5 million euros, about $4 million. The reason? Misleading claims about ethics and sustainability. Armani, like many luxury houses, marketed itself as a brand built on responsibility and respect for both workers and the planet. But investigators uncovered evidence that contradicted this image. At certain supplier factories, labor conditions were troubling, raising questions about how much the company really knew or chose to ignore. The fine was a wake-up call to the industry. Even the most prestigious brands cannot hide behind polished marketing when the truth comes to light. But this wasn't Armani's first brush with legal trouble. In April 2024, just a year earlier, the Italian courts placed parts of the company under judicial administration. Investigators discovered that subcontractors were employing undeclared and illegal workers to produce garments that were proudly labeled "Made in Italy." To consumers, that phrase carried a promise of authenticity, quality, and fair labor. Instead, the investigation revealed a darker reality, one that exposed how outsourcing and unchecked subcontracting could erode the very values luxury brands claim to uphold. The fallout was immense. For a house like Armani, a brand that built its reputation on exclusivity and excellence, the revelations were both damaging and ironic. If even Armani couldn't guarantee that its production chain was clean, what did that mean for the rest of the industry? And Armani wasn't alone in facing these issues. The luxury fashion world has long battled accusations of exploiting cheap labor, hiding unsafe working conditions, and promoting sustainability more as a marketing strategy than a genuine practice. Armani's case stood out not only because of the brand's prestige, but because it underlined the contradictions at the heart of luxury fashion. Beauty on the outside, but often struggle and exploitation behind the scenes. Still, despite these controversies, Giorgio Armani's creative influence cannot be erased. He redefined tailoring for men and women, introducing soft, deconstructed suits that liberated fashion from stiffness and formality. He revolutionized red carpet style, became a fixture in Hollywood, and built one of the last great independent fashion empires, resisting takeovers from giants like LVMH and Kering. His passing leaves behind both an extraordinary legacy and a cautionary tale. Armani will always be remembered as a pioneer who brought elegance into everyday life. But his legal troubles remind us that even legends are not immune to accountability. They reveal the hidden complexities of fashion, an industry that dazzles on the surface, but where shadows often lurk just beneath. As the fashion world mourns Giorgio Armani, it must also reflect: can the beauty and luxury that he helped define ever truly be separated from the unseen costs behind the curtain? For more chilling content, subscribe to Justice Arena channel.